Hello everyone and welcome to this new section in Power BI, where we can see how to create basic charts in Power BI Desktop. So in this section, we'll see how to create 6 basic charts in Power BI and what those charts are. Let me show you. Here you will see how to create a column chart, stacked column chart, pie chart, donut chart, funnel chart, and ribbon chart. These are the 6 charts we'll cover. Now, people might have a question. Is Power BI only a visualization tool? So, the answer is no. Power BI is not only a visualization tool, but it can do much more beyond visualization. And what is that? You can also filter data from the visual. That is, keep only and exclude. Along with that, you can export data from the visual itself. So, suppose you have created some chart. You can filter data and convert it into a CSV format, and then export it into CSV. These are some topics which you'll see in this particular section. Now, let us see how to create a simple column chart in Power BI. The column chart is the most used chart across the world. Everybody uses a column chart. Now, to create a column chart, we have to first get data from some data source. So I can get data. I'll just click on this button here that is known as Get Data in the Home menu bar. And if I click on Get Data, these are different data sources from which I can bring data from different data sources. So if I click on this More button, I can show you Power BI. You can import data from 99 plus data sources. 99. So, what are those 99? You can get a list of all the data sources in this dialog box here. And what are those 99 data sources? You can see it's given as Excel, CSV, XML, and these are all the list of data sources. So I can just click on this down arrow button and you can see all the data sources here. These are all visible here. So you can import data from Facebook, LinkedIn, you can import from any live website, and much more. SQL Server, Oracle, etc. So right now we'll just pick up a simple Excel and click on Connect. The Excel file is kept in some folder, which you can get the link in the description or somewhere at the bottom. So, Sample Superstore file, and I'll just click on this Open button here. Sample Superstore is like your Amazon Flipkart. Whenever you purchase something, a record is generated there. So I'm trying to pick up one sheet from there named as Order Sheet. Okay, I'll just click on this Load button. Since it's clean data, I will just click on this Load button directly. If the data is not clean and you need some changes in that, you can click on Transform Data. So for a few sections, we'll focus only on the Load button here. That means we'll pick up clean data for creating some charts. Later on, in the later sections, you will see how to work on Transform. So now I'll just click on Load button. Once I click on Load, the data is loaded, or you can say linked in Power BI, and it takes time, depending upon the data source, to load the data in Power BI. Now, meanwhile, when it is done, you can see on the right-hand side, there are different panes which are hidden. What are those different panes? We have here Filters pane, Visualization pane, and Fields pane. These are 3 different panes right now. Those are minimized. Let me maximize those panes. I can click here, I can maximize, and I can maximize here. So these are the 3 different panes. Let's see how to work on that. Right now, the pane which should be important for us for visualization will be this pane. That's a visualization pane, and I can click on Column Chart here. So here, if you count, you'll be getting approximately 30 plus different charts. I can click on this second chart, which is a stacked column chart. And this blank stacked column chart is created. So when I create this stacked column chart, you can see the options are changed here. Like the options are axis, legend, values, and tooltip. So my job would be to drag and drop the fields from the right-hand side to this left-hand side here. And to drag the fields, let's say I'll pick up subcategory into axis. And from here, I'll pick up the sales into values. So when I drag and drop, you can see a simple column chart is created, and I can see by default all the subcategories. When I say subcategories, I'm trying to say about all these values here. These are sorted based on the descending order of sales. You can see these are descending order of sales given here. So that's a simple column chart. Now in this column chart, definitely in the future, you'll need some formatting like color changes, font size, x-axis, y-axis. Different changes might be required. So any formatting, if you need, will be visible into this pane, this button here. So I can click on this button here, and there are different options for formatting. Okay, right from changing color to the cosmetic part, everything. Let's say if I want to increase the size of x-axis, you see this x-axis. It's very small. Binders, copiers, the text is very small and not visible properly. I can go to this x-axis option and I can increase the text size by clicking on this size option here, and you can see the size is increasing gradually. Once my work is done, I can minimize this window here. One more example, if I want to change the title, it is given as sales by subcategory. If I want to change this title, I can go to this title option and I can just change the alignment, middle alignment. I'll change the background as, let's say, dark red color, and the font, let's say, white. And if I scroll down, I can increase the size here. Okay, a very simple cosmetic part. And once I've done, I can just minimize the window, or I can click outside. So I can click outside, and that's a simple column chart created.